Good evening, everybody, and welcome to tonight's webinar. I'm very, very excited with what's going on out there. I mean, the feedback we've had from what we've been doing this week has just been fantastic. How many of you agree with that? That it's making some differences out there? Yeah, definitely. You've got to do the exercises, but if you do that, it does make a difference. There's no doubt about that. So, guys, I'm pretty excited. This is the third webinar that we've done this week on this whole Battle is in Your Mind program, and creating a bug-free mind. So it's been very exciting. It really has. But basically, building a large profitable network is a mind game. The battle is in your mind. And the good news is we've got tools to fight so that you can win. No doubt about that. And the tools we're going to use, we've got EFT, we've got the Whoop, we've got creating a bug-free mind, and then tonight we're going to focus in on the affirmations. But I thought what we do before we get into that, I just wanted you to hear from Jay Bennett, who's in our upline, and Jay is making $2 million a year, $40,000 a week, and he's actually been active in the business for 9, 10 years now. Was inactive for the first 4 years. Right, so I want you to understand, he got in, didn't do anything. Right, and but then all of a sudden something happened, drew a line in the sand, said, okay, I'm going to do this. The good news is each and every one of us can do that today, tonight, tomorrow, whenever. With this business, every day we get a chance to start again. And this is what Jay did. But I just want you to hear from him because he's in our upline. He's an absolutely brilliant speaker, brilliant teacher of the business, huge organisation, making $40,000 a week. So let's just have a listen to see what he says.
And I can do it just from this, Trevor. Yeah, I can do it just from this. So this is how we're going to keep it simple. So A, B, C, 1, 2, 3. Now you have to admit that does sound pretty simple, and the kids are there going, I love that. Sounds like school, and that's exactly what it needs to be. When I do a training, I want the people at the end of the training to go, I can do this. That's the way that I do it. At the end of it, I want them to go, my God, is this all he does? And he's making this kind of money. I want them to say that at the end of it. I want them to feel that at the end of that. I want them to realize they could go train this immediately. So it's not about me being so great and I'm stroking myself about how great I am. What it is, it's about other people being able to do the same thing that I'm doing. That's the key, is duplication. Now, not that they will, but that anybody could.
You got to understand what he said, guys. He said after a training, people must feel that they can do what he does. That is the key to duplication. I mean, with the systems we've got in Team FSI, you're using the video to share the concept with. People feel they can press play. They can do that. All of this training we've been doing this week, it's up on Team FSI. It's going to be a matter of leading your people to that. And everybody can do that. We've got a whole website there that we can help people with. But this is the key to duplication, is keeping it simple.
So let's talk A. What's A? A is attitude. I make a big deal out of attitude. I only work with high-quality attitude-type people. If you don't have the right attitude and you're not bringing a good attitude to the table, your attitude's not one of getting better, you're not working with me. I guarantee it, you're not working with me. So A is attitude, and I'm always going to make that front and center because this is an attitude business. This is a people business. If you have a poor attitude, you're going to not attract the results that you want. When we talk about attitude, it's an attitude of focusing on solutions, not focusing on problems. Most people like to talk about the problem all day long. I don't like to talk about the problems. I want to know what the problem is, and I want to immediately know what the solution is. What is the solution to the problem? Period. That's where my energy is going. Don't be massaging the problem. Identify the solution as quick as you can. So A is simple, attitude. I'm looking for good attitude people.
Don't focus on the problem, focus on the solution. I mean, that's what we did last week in the Whoop video webinar, right? The wish, the objective, identify the obstacle, plan a way around it, and then take action. But focus on the solution.
Good attitude people. But I'm also looking at my attitude. How's my attitude today? Is it contagious? Is it worth catching? Is it something that will attract people? Is it something superior to the average person's attitude? And I'm also at the same time looking for good attitude type people. That's A.
See, what he's saying is that this is an attitude business. Your altitude is determined by your attitude, right? And you're going to be looking for people in your team with a good attitude. But this is a people business, right? We're looking for people with a good attitude. But the number one thing is you've got to check your attitude. You can't do anything about anybody else's. But the person's attitude that you can control is yours. And this is so exciting, guys, because we could do that. We could all do that using these tools.
B is belief. Now, belief is huge because this is a business of belief. You have people that have different beliefs out there. My belief is that this product line, if you eat food, you desperately need to be on this product line. That's my belief. If you eat food, you need to be on these products, period. And I mean all of them. Now, I'm not going to blow someone away and say you have to have the entire product line today, but you should be graduating into the products as time progresses. Belief in the products.
See, belief in the products, right? Now, how are you going to get that? We'll use all of the products as soon as you can. Right? I mean, I realize a lot of people can't buy the whole lot to start with. It doesn't matter what you start with, but you want to be making a goal. If you want to build a business, right, you want to be making a goal to use all of the products as soon as you can. That way you'll get to know them. You'll get to know how fantastic they are from your own personal experience, and you'll be able to talk about them to other people with confidence and belief. I mean, other ways to build your belief in the products is by looking at the teamfsi.net website under Cleanse and Nutrition page. You'll find out a whole heap of information there from doctors, naturopaths, other people that have been using the products, success stories, and so on, all on that Cleanse and Nutrition page. And then just about all of the success stories that are on the Team FSI, they also have testimonies on them of how well the products have worked for people. And so what you're going to find, the more that this goes in, the more your belief in the products is going to go through the roof. But this is important. We do this.
In my opinion, belief in network marketing, if you're not in network marketing, doing network marketing, you don't understand business, you don't understand life, in my opinion. My belief in network marketing is 100%. My belief in the products are 100%. I mean, to the point of if you eat food, you need to be on the products. If you live on this planet, you need to be doing network marketing.
And see, and again, guys, you can increase your belief in network marketing just by going to the teamfsi.net website, right? You look at all the success story videos. You can listen to Kiyosaki on there. You can listen to David Wood on there. You can listen to Paul Zane Pilsner on there. You can listen to Jimmy Smith talking about isogenics compared with other networks. You can listen and watch Kathy Coover talking about the history of isogenics. All of that is going to help increase your belief. I mean, the fact that we're the number 26th company in the world, right, in networking, that all increases your belief. You see 250 of us now that have made over $1 million in bonuses. The more success stories you listen to, the more seminars you go to and hear the stories, you go to the big, annual celebration, I guarantee you your belief in networking will go through the roof.
Belief in what we're doing here in isogenics, belief in yourself, all of these are beliefs that either are attracting people to you or you're repelling people because you don't believe strongly in these different areas. And so it's not occurring. It's not happening. So belief is so critically important. Strong believing people are able to build this business. If you don't have a strong belief, you're not going to be able to build this business.
Strong believing people can build this business. And if you don't have a strong belief, you're not going to be able to build it. Right? And so do whatever you can to increase your belief. You may never get to 100% in all areas. Right? You could have some doubts in yourself and so on. But it doesn't matter. You can have a few little doubts. But you still need, generally speaking, a strong belief. And again, Team FSI, celebrate the seminars, right? Celebration, etc. It's all going to help. And the belief in yourself, right? This is a key one. But what will happen if you go to the seminars, you're seeing other people here online on our webinars, etc. You're hearing the stories. In the end, you're going to have people out there. You're going to look at it and say, man, if they can do it, I can do it. In the end, that's what seeps in, right? And the belief in yourself. You go and create a bug-free mind, right, where you can control your mind. It's not being run by a nutter. I guarantee you, being able to do that will increase your belief dramatically in your ability to build a business. Now you can focus. Understanding the whoop process enables you to overcome those objections, right? Focus on the solutions. The EFT, to get rid of all the negative garbage that's happened in the past. And a lot of us are carrying around, still baggage, dragging us down, crushing our self-image due to the failures that we've had. Go through and list all these disappointments, all the things that have gone wrong. Tap on each of those. Right? Your belief in your own ability will go through the roof. And then we're going to add in some affirmations, some positive affirmations. And this just makes a huge difference. But it's belief in yourself. And I don't care what game you're in. Self-belief, self-image is the limiting factor. It doesn't matter what I think of you. It doesn't matter what your parents think of you, what the teachers think of you, or whatever. It's what you think of you. That's the limiting factor. Your self-image, your self-belief.
And then C is commitment. And I'm talking about a commitment that will withstand adversity, withstand negativity, will withstand other people's opinions, the cynics, the skeptics. A commitment that says, I'm going to do this no matter what anybody else does. I'm going to do this deal. And that's how I've been over the last 9 years. So I asked myself, how's my ABC with me first? Has nothing to do with anybody else. My attitude, my belief, my commitment.
A commitment that says, I'm going to do this no matter what anybody else does. I'm going to do this no matter what anybody else does. See, it's just a numbers game, guys. If we keep sharing this concept with people, we're going to find the others that see it exactly the same way we do. What messes some people up is they get people in and they don't do anything. Right? But the first thing he does here is he's checking his own ABC. What's my attitude? What's my belief? What's my commitment? And then he's looking for other people that have also got a good ABC.
Then I say, how's my team's ABC? How's their A? How's their B? How's their C? Now, I have 10 people involved in my business. 5 have their ABC going correctly. When I say correctly, they have a positive attitude. They're focused on the solution. Their belief may not be a 10, but they're growing in their belief. They're growing in the product. They're growing in the business. They're growing in their belief in network marketing. All those things are growing. So the A, B, and C is in track. So if I have 10 people involved, 5 of them got their ABC dialed in correctly, and 5 of them don't. I'm not saying that the 5 that don't are bad people. I'm not saying that at all. I'm not going to spend any time with them, though. And I'm going to focus on the 5 that have the right ABC. So I've got 10 people. 5 got the right ABC. 5 don't. Who do I work with? The 5 that do. That's a key to network marketing. So you don't waste time with the wrong people. That's a key to network marketing. You invest. If I have 10 people and 9 of them don't have the right ABC, but 1 of them does, all my focus goes into that 1, and I let the other 9 go. It doesn't mean they're bad people. It just means their timing isn't here. And I'm not wasting any energy. I'm not wasting any time with those 9. I'm focused on the 1 that's got the right ABC. That, my friends, is how this business starts to take off. By being with the right people, driving with the right people. So ABC, pretty simple concept, but it's a daily deal. It's a daily deal. So
work with the people in your team who have the correct ABC. What Jay says, and he's making $40,000 a week, 2 million a year. He says, this is a key to network marketing. This is a key. And see, when you understand the compensation plan, you only need one person, in actual fact, in each of your teams. One on the left, one on the right, right attitude. You work with them, and you can actually max out the whole damn plan. It's amazing. Never seen a compensation plan like that, any other we've been in, ever. This is so generous, but you've got to pick the people with the right ABC. Number one, you've got to get yours right. Otherwise, no one will want to join you anyway. So you've got to get yours right. That's what he said. Otherwise, if you have it, you've got to repel people. This ABC is so crucial. It's also in your control, and you can do it. Right? Gets back to making a decision.
When I do a training, most people will remember, because I'll say ABC 20,000 times in the meeting. What's A? Attitude. What's B? Belief. What's C? Commitment. What's C? Commitment. What's B? Belief. What's A? Attitude. I'll have that whole room going ABC. Attitude, belief, commitment. Attitude, belief, commitment. Attitude, belief, commitment. Attitude, belief, commitment. Until it's ingrained in their brain. That is duplication. That is simplicity. They get it. Now that's the mindset part. Because see, you can tell people what to do. You can tell people what to do. That doesn't mean they're going to do it. If their mindset isn't correct, it doesn't matter. You can give them gold bars and drop it on their lap. They'll screw it up. If your mindset isn't there, it's never going to happen.
If your mindset's not there, it's never going to happen. That's Jay Bennett. I'm one of the top income earners, 40,000 a week, 2 million a year. Got into the business, and for the first 4 years that he was in, he did not have the correct ABC. He was not committed at all. He wasn't doing a thing. Might have had a good attitude, might have believed in it, I doubt it. Probably doing something else. But for 4 years, he did not have a correct ABC. Then he corrected it. He worked on himself. He got that bit straightened out, and now multi-millionaire. He talks in that video, I mean, the whole thing's there on teamfsi.net, but he talks about the fact that he didn't do anything for the first 4 years, but in the last 9 years, at the time he did the video for us, he said, I've made $9 million. Right? It took him a while to get it up and running. Great story. It's all there on Team FSI. If your mindset is not there, it's never going to happen. And that's why it's so important that we work on our minds. Right? And you know, and I just encourage each and every one of you to go through and to do each of these exercises that we've been talking about these last couple of weeks. Right? The whoop, to work out what it is. Right? And that's been holding you back, if it's holding you back. If you're growing, you know, like crazy, don't have to worry about it. But if you're not and you want to do more, then okay, let's have a look at it. The EFT, come up with a list of the things that have gone wrong in the past, the negatives, and tap on each of those. That makes a huge difference to you, how you feel about yourself. So many people have done that and they're just feeling happier. Right? Creating a bug-free mind, being able to control your mind, being able to think about some positive stuff for at least 15 seconds, and then being able to expand that so you can do a whole heap of things. And, you know, spend 15 minutes a day thinking of positive things from the past. And being able to control your mind, I promise you that has made a huge difference to me. To know that I can control my mind. You know, negative stuff can happen, but it don't matter. I can control my mind. I can flush it. And now the affirmations. And see, these are so important. I mean, if we look at this diagram here, we've talked about this before, you can go back and check it, but all your past experiences go towards the programming of your subconscious mind, which is an absolutely brilliant goal tracking mechanism, the subconscious mind. And you've got to understand what we've been doing. We've been using the EFT to take out the negatives. We've been using a bug-free mind and the techniques in that to learn to control our thoughts so that we can put some positive thoughts in. And then by using the affirmations on a daily basis, what we're able to do is to change the subconscious mind. That's like changing the autopilot. So then even when you're not in a conscious state, you're still going to be heading towards your goals. So important to understand this, guys. We're reprogramming the autopilot. So when we're not consciously thinking about it, our subconscious is still taking us towards our goals. So we've got both conscious control and our autopilot reprogrammed. And affirmations are among the most powerful tools we can use for our own personal transformation. You know, the chapter on auto-suggestion in Think and Grow Rich talks about this. The good news is with the affirmations, they're highly reliable, easy to use, and based on impeccable logic. What happens is your subconscious mind responds to two things, repetition and emotion. The more emotion you can put into it, the quicker you're going to change it. The more you repeat the process, the quicker it's going to change. But it's a combination of the two, repetition and emotion. And you can have your affirmations written out on 3x5 cards, right, and read, or, you know, you can put them in your phone under a memo. You can do whatever you like, right? But the thing is, if you can get them written out, and then what you'll find, if you read each card three times a day, while tapping on the karate chop point or rubbing the sore spot, and this is on these EFT bits we covered the other day on the EFT on one page. The diagrams are there. But if you can read it 3 times whilst tapping on the karate chop point, what you'll find is it goes into the subconscious much quicker. It goes in much quicker. And once you've read each card, then you go on to the next one and you read it. And if you repeat this process 3 times per day, it's very likely that your activity and beliefs will change very, very rapidly. When I first started doing the affirmations way back in 1986, the guy that I read was a book by the name of Tom Hopkins, Official Guide to Success. He said, put a couple of easy ones in there where it's going to be easy to see your behaviour change. Because then when you do that, you'll realise that this whole process works. It just works. And so go ahead and do that. You know, put a couple of simple ones in. And these are just a guide here. You work out what it is that you want to be doing. But a lot of these are ones I've used in the past, still using today, and had a lot of other people use as well. And those of us that have used them have found them to be very beneficial. And the affirmation should be written in the present tense. That is, as if you're already doing it. All right, so write them in the present tense. And just to give you an idea, I always put this one up the front. I choose to read my cards aloud and tap 3 times a day and update them regularly. You see, what you'll find, you've got to get it cemented into your subconscious that I'm actually going to use this process. So it doesn't hurt to have this one up near the top. All right? And then you're more likely to actually read the rest of them each day. And the update them regularly is important because sometimes what you'll find, what a lot of us have found, and I'm sure you'll find the same thing, is it just a matter of playing around with the wording. And sometimes it takes a few goes to get it right. And the other thing that happens is sometimes you'll hit a certain goal, a certain level, or other things will happen, and you want to change them a little bit so that you can change your activities. But update them regularly and read them 3 times a day, each card 3 times. If you do that, you fly. Now, this is one of the ones I've got because after listening to that Napoleon Hill stuff and Andrew Carnegie, I realised I am obsessed and have a burning desire to help, teach and inspire others about both the products and how to build an isogenics business. And part of that in how to build an isogenics business is how to get your mind straight, the personal development side. But I guarantee this made a huge difference since I got this one worked out and realised this is actually my passion. This is it. I want to grow and develop. I want to see each and every one of you grow and develop to achieve the goals that you have. Right? And I realised that is what I was so passionate about when I first got involved in networking 30-odd years ago. And by being focused on that, the results just flow. The results flow. And then there's another one I got. I'm very excited to be in the best business opportunity available. I honestly believe this, but I want to keep putting it in there. We've got a 15-year proven track record going on to 16 years. We've got absolutely incredible products, unlimited depth. It'll just keep going down until you max out at 250 cycles a week, right? $15,000 a week, unlimited depth. Every other network I've been in, there were break-offs, there were cut-offs. That's not in this. Unlimited depth. That is totally different than anything else I've ever experienced in network. Our Team FSI system, the format we've got it now, is really only just getting started. It really is. And the other thing I want to keep at the forefront of my mind is we've only got 60,000 people in Australia that are involved. I don't want to ever forget that. We're only just getting started. Right? And then you want to have some goals written out in emotional terms. And so again, this is going to vary for each of you. But for example, it feels fantastic to max out by the 1st of December 2018 or sooner, to have helped many others become successful, to be making at least $100,000 per month, and to have choices in all areas of our life. I mean, for me personally, look at that Think and Grow Rich stuff. It says there to have a figure that you can visualize. Well, I can visualize what $100,000 cash looks like, because on a few occasions in my life, I've actually had it all in a briefcase. We used it at a seminar when I was trying to help people understand what they had in their hands. Well, it wasn't cold, hard cash. It was sort of warm and beautiful. But anyway, you pick whatever figure you like, right? And as I say, you work out whatever the goals are, but it's got to be in, emotional terms for you. And I've got another one I've got there for the sailing one is I love sailing all around the world with Linda on our cat, exploring new places, having lots of fun with family and friends, and making love. I mean, that's just being honest for me. But you work it out what it is. So you want some of your goals, a couple of your goals in emotional terms. And again, this is all straight out of Think and Grow Rich. And then I easily and consistently build my isogenics business. I easily and consistently build my isogenics business. Because I promise you, your capacity to work is a state of mind. Everybody's got 24 hours in a day. It is never a time problem. It is only ever a priority problem. That's how it is. But it's a matter of easily and consistently building the business. And truly, guys, this is easy and consistent. You got the right attitude, you're going to attract people to you. That's pretty easy. We plug them into the system, they can attract more people. We keep working depth, keep helping the system. It's easy. And when I say it's easy, I had to spend 5 years to become a veterinarian. This is a lot easier. I put hundreds of thousands of dollars into a yacht charter company, nearly lost the lot. That was hard. Working as a vet, being on call 24/7 at different times. I promise you, as a veterinarian, there wasn't too much I did in the second year. To be honest with you, if they hadn't have been paying me, I would not have done it. I just wouldn't have. In the end, I was only doing it for the money. See, guys, this is easy. This is the easiest thing I've ever done. You can do it for anywhere. Right? As long as you've got internet access, it's a lot easier today than it was when I first got involved. I thought it was easy then. All you had to do was drive around, fly around, sit down and have drinks and cups of coffee with people, draw some circles, show them how the whole thing worked. It's easy. You've got to get that into your minds, guys. This is the easiest thing you're ever going to do. I choose to easily and consistently contact people. That's one of the keys. Happened the other day. I was down there taking my caravan back, and all of a sudden got chatting to this guy. He's asked me questions about the caravan. And then in the end of it, after about 20 minutes, he'd had a look through my van. We're talking about the trips we'd done and all this sort of stuff. You wouldn't believe it. What he says to me, he says, Trev, that's right, I asked him, and, you're still working or you're retired? He's about my age. And he said, oh, no, I'm still working. But he said, I only want to do it for another 12 months. He said, but what I wanted to do is to set up a residual income. I said, you want to what? He said, I want to set up a residual income. And I said, what do you mean? And he said, well, I want an income that's coming in every week without me having to do anything. I said, it's funny you should say that. I said, that's what I do. I help and teach people to set up a residual income. So anyway, quick chit chat. He said, how's that all work? I said, look, the best thing I can do, I said, I got a 10-minute video. I said, I haven't even got my phone here. It's in my car and I've left it outside. I just walked in. He knew that. But I said, if you send me a text with your name on it, I can send you this video and you can have a look at it. I said, it's only 10 minutes. I said, I'm excited about it. It'll give you an idea of what we're doing and we can take it further from there if you're interested. If not, love to catch you for coffee one day anyway. Might even do a caravan trip together one day. He said, oh, that'll be good. But I choose to easily and consistently contact people. And when the opportunities come up, you've got this cemented in, we got the best opportunity available out there. You know that everybody's going to benefit from this. You're much more likely to open your mouth and contact them on the spot. That's what happened for me. I was contacted on the spot, total stranger in 1985. Changed my life totally. Right? There was none of this building the relationship first, getting to know them, all this sort of stuff. No. It's like, are you interested in looking or aren't you? That was after, you got to understand, that was after 20 minutes to 30 minutes of rapport building, genuine common ground. It's not just a matter of ringing people or bouncing into them and, trying to show it to them on the spot. And then this one, I follow up people I share the business and the products with. Right? It's so crucial to do the follow-up, and a lot of people don't do the follow-up, but it's so crucial to do the follow-up. So I follow up people I share the business and the products with. I know building my isogenics business is just a numbers game, and some people are going to say yes. I'm just looking for those that are looking. Some will, some won't, so what? But somewhere 6 will. So guys, it's so important we understand it's just numbers. Some of the people that are going to get in are just going to use the product. They may trick you, tell you they're going to build a business and not do it. But some will build a business. Some will build a huge business. But the main thing is for you to protect your attitude when they say they're going to do it and they don't front up. They say they want to build a business, they don't come to your in-home. They don't come to the training. They don't come to the seminar. It don't matter. Main thing is you're there, you're protecting your attitude, you're building your belief. You got to know, guys, it is just a numbers game. We've got a video there on teamfsi.net calling the business is 100% predictable. It will help you to understand that it's all just numbers. And the fact that you can have nobody in your group doing what you're doing, but you can still be super successful, even with nobody doing exactly what you're doing. You're doing more than everybody else in your group. But you can still build a huge business and be totally financially free. And it's so important to understand the numbers. Not just the 555, how that all works, but understand the fact that some are going to get in, some aren't. Of the ones that get in, some are going to do it, some aren't. Understand the fact that you can still be super successful with only 10% of your group doing 80% of what you do. You see what happens if you've got 100 people in your group at that point, you would then have 10 people that are doing something, 80% of what you're doing. Nobody's doing what you're doing. But you've just duplicated your efforts 8-fold. 8-fold. And yet nobody's doing what you're doing. So you need to understand all that. I refuse to let other people's thoughts, words, or actions control my emotions. This one has helped so many people. This has helped so many people. And I still have to use this on a regular basis. I'm a winner. I'm a leader. I'm an achiever. I believe in me. It was one of the first cards I ever wrote out way back in 1986. See, back then, to be honest, I'd never learned anything. I'd been a student. I'd run my own vet practice, 1 or 2 staff, but not really a leader of volunteers. You know, and at that point, I'd certainly had some ups and downs in life. There's no doubt about that. At one stage, we had $80,000 now, yacht charter company, just bills, monthly bills we couldn't pay. You know, at that point, I'm like suicidal, literally. We got through it. I got through it. But these are all things that help me believe in me. Jay Bennett said, that's crucial. Self-belief. He's right. Every day, in every way, I'm getting better and better. Great little affirmations. One of the ones I've got still now, today. I choose to be friendly, talkative, outgoing, bold, and self-assured. For some people, a little bit tentative. This is a good one to have. I mean, read How to Win Friends and Influence People. Carry this. You can go through, you can listen to Al Schreider, Big Al's, Tom Schreider, his icebreakers. You know, if you have trouble just having a chat to people. But they're all skills you can learn, guys. I choose to look for the good in every situation. It's an attitude. Every cloud's got a silver lining. All things work together for good for those who believe. I mean, you put some scripture in there as well. I mean, one of the other ones I've carried and, you know, still got carried, it's in my phone today, is I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. As a Christian, that means a lot to me. Because it's not in my strength. Not just up to me. But again, that may not fit with your belief. But you work out, you got to come up with some affirmations that are going to work for you. You don't have to copy mine, but understand the principle. And each night I choose to write out a list of at least 6 things that I must do next day on my drive to success. I know when I get in the habit of doing this, it's just amazing how much more you get done. That, combined with this one, I choose to do the most productive thing possible at every given moment. It's just a mindset. It's so easy, particularly with the social media, to get tied up doing other things. I choose to do the most productive thing possible at every given moment. You know, it's like I've always been keen on sailing. When I first got involved with networking way back in '85, I had a yacht in a little laser off the beach dinghy thing in the yacht club up at Lake Boga. But for 2 years when I was building the business, I did not see that boat. I didn't take it out once. I left it in the shed. Why? Because I was focused on the business. I gave up something I loved for something better. I ended up, as a result of that, I ended up with a 40-foot catamaran. No comparison between a 14-foot laser dinghy one-man show and a 40-foot catamaran you could sail literally all around the world on. Right? We lived on it for 6 months, 94. But it was a matter of giving up something that I enjoyed for something better. Delayed gratification, pay the price now, understand there's going to be a delay, but this is what we did. We've done all of this. I choose to easily and consistently plan in advance. Why? Because proper planning prevents poor performance. Or if you want to put it another way, you say proper planning promotes peak performance. But I choose to easily and consistently plan in advance. Again, we've all got 24 hours in a day, 7 days in a week, 52 weeks in a year. It's the planning that makes a huge difference. When you sit down, decide what it is that you want, decide what it is you're going to do, and it's always going to be a compromise. You're going to have to give some things up. So important to understand that. You're going to have to give some things up. And that's why, you know, to make the meaningful changes, you've got to have a sense of discontent with the present. You've got to have a broad inspirational vision of the future. Because you haven't got those two things, why change? You're happy with your lot in life. And that's fine. But the planning is so crucial. And I choose to listen to at least one audio or video each day. I mean, truly, guys, we've got so much good stuff there now. And, you know, listening to that Jimmy Smith UK Zoom call makes a huge difference. Today I'll be going through and watching a lot of that stuff on Jay Bennett, right? Today I've also been through and watched the whole presentation of the video we did, the webinar we did with Tanya Kirkpatrick again. I guarantee you guys, when you're listening to that stuff, it's having an impact on your subconscious. It's having an impact on your attitude. It is amazing. So I've got this written down. This is one of the things. These are the action steps. I choose to easily and consistently contact people in my business and feel at ease with them. I mean, a lot of people don't understand this, but I'm actually an introvert. For me to talk to a stranger, that's out of my comfort zone. I mean, if I wasn't an introvert type guy, you wouldn't go out on a single kayak, live there by yourself for 3 weeks. Some people are horrified at the thought of that. You mean I got no one to talk to for 3 weeks? No. And so this is the one that I carry. Because I got to get better at this. To pick up the phone and start talking to people down in depth that I haven't met yet. Just to build a friendship, build a relationship. So I'm still a work in progress here. That's why always feel free to call me, right? I'm good at returning calls, right? But feel free to call me, right? As I say, I'm good at returning calls. I'm only too happy to get the call. And it feels fantastic to be making $600 a week or whatever. It's a short-term goal for you. Right? Put whatever figure in you choose there. Right? It might be $60 a week, 1 cycle a week, 2 cycles a week, 5 cycles a week. You work it out. And it could be that you want to talk about it in terms of cycles. Or it could be in dollars. And this one is important too. I know I have an upline support team to help me do what many others have already done and qualify at whatever level you want and beyond. I've just put in here Apprentice Millionaire, 10 cycles a week, $600. Good goal. Now you're going to have to hit some other goals in the meantime, 2 cycles, 5 cycles, 10 cycles. You're going to have to become a consultant, become a manager, then become a director. But the good news is, guys, you're not doing it by yourself. We've got a team to back up and support you. We've got a system to back you up and support you. We've got a company to back you up and support you. And it feels fantastic to qualify at 8-star and to be making $15,000 per week. Right, so have a big goal out there as one. The sort of goal that's going to bring all your dreams come true. Right? We've got a goal that's going to be what's going to make it easier for you financially, what's going to give you choices, the second one, and then this one for the dreams goal. And then have a think about how many presentations you're prepared to do per day, per week, per month, and just jot that down. Set yourself a target for the activity. It's so important to aim for the activity. The activity is in your control. And so then the other thing you can do, and we've already got a section on this, big section on this, on Team FSI, but it's overcoming the roadblocks to success, right? It's on the Team FSI, but it's how to go through. Because see, sometimes what happens, and you want to check this when you come up with your affirmations, what you do is you read the affirmation, right? So just suppose one of the affirmations I choose to easily and consistently contact people. So you read that, then you think about it, and you think, okay, now, are there any thoughts coming into my mind? Are there any negative thoughts coming into my mind? Gary Craig, the founder and the inventor really of EFT, he would call them tail enders. Right? Tail enders. People read a positive thought and they immediately get hit with a negative tail ender. And it could be, I haven't got time. It could be, I've been in for a while. It could be, I'm scared they may say no as soon as I read this. If you have any negative tail enders come in, Tony Grant from that Coach Yourself and our goal setting coaching program, Sydney University Psychology, he calls them ants, automatic negative thoughts, where reading a positive affirmation can trigger an automatic negative thought. It just comes in. Well, see, the good news is we can use the EFT to take out those tail enders. For example, what you would do is you'd use as a setup statement, you'd say, even though I haven't got time, so that's the negative bit, right? Even though I haven't got time, I choose to easily and consistently contact people. Even though I haven't got time, I choose to easily and consistently contact people. Even though I haven't got time, I choose to easily and consistently contact people. And then you do a round on the negative, eyebrow point, even though I haven't got time, outside of the eye, even though I haven't got time, under the eye, even though I haven't got time, etc. Right? And then you have a round on the positive, which in this case would be, I choose to easily and consistently contact people. Outside of the eye, I choose to easily and consistently contact people. Under the eye, I choose to easily and consistently contact people. Under the nose, I choose to easily and consistently contact people. Under the mouth, I choose to easily and consistently contact people, etc. Under the arm, and then you do your alternating round. Big deep breath when you're finished. Read the card again, and you see what other negative thoughts come in. You see what can happen. You can have different aspects. You may have a couple of these. I mean, there's others that have popped up as well. But guys, what we want to do is we want to help you to get to the point where you can read the positive card without any negative thoughts coming in. We want you to be able to read that positive card, that positive affirmation without any negatives coming in. If you do have any, we'd use the EFT to take them out, to get rid of what Gary Craig would call the tail enders, or Tony Grant the ants. And as I say, on our Team FSI page, we've already got a section there on doing that using the EFT. It's under the section that I did. But it's so important to do that. Got to get rid of any tail enders. You see, by doing that, we can reprogram your subconscious. You get all those affirmations going into your subconscious, you're reprogrammed your autopilot to easily and consistently contact people, to easily and consistently build the business, to easily and consistently follow up. It just becomes normal for you. Sure, you've got some conscious control in there as well. Okay, I want to go and do this, this, and this. You're going to plan it out. You're going to look at the obstructions that are in your road. You're going to plan around them. That's all conscious control. But what we want to be able to do is to change your subconscious as well. So we're using the EFT to take out the negatives. We're using the affirmations to put the positive in. That's to change your autopilot. And we're using the bug-free mind techniques, right? 15 seconds holding a positive thought, minute at a time, memories from the past, 15 of those a day. I guarantee you start doing that, you feel fantastic. Your attitude will go through the roof. You start doing all this, and you're listening to the material we've got on the Team FSI, all the how-to teaching in there, all the success stories. It's all reprogramming your subconscious mind. So you've got positive thoughts, positive feelings and emotions, new actions and habits, positive results, ultimately a whole new lifestyle. That's what all of us have done that have ended up making over $1 million. We've got the tools, guys. It's all there. But you've got to use it. There's no point just carrying them around in your toolbox. You've got to pull them out and you've got to spend some time on them. And if you're not prepared to do that, well, we can't help you. Now, having said that, if you do have trouble with some of the EFT or whatever, you're not sure how to do it, by all means, at this point, just give me a quick call. Quite often we can just help you, guide you in that right direction, help you get that sorted out. It doesn't take much. And, you know, generally speaking, it's pretty quick and easy to help get people going on that. But I'm here full time. I want to see each and every one of you succeed. Don't get me wrong. And I've got the time to do it. Right? We can work out a time where we can do it if you do get stuck. But all I ask is that you have a go by yourself first. But if you are really stuck, then by all means contact me. We'll get it sorted out. Truly, guys, I am passionate. I'm obsessed. I got this burning desire to see each and every one of you succeed. I mean, if you've got a sense of discontent with the present, a broad inspirational vision of the future, I guarantee you start using these affirmations and things, the EFT, all these tools we've been talking about, you can soon develop the skills to achieve your goals. We've got the strategy in place. It's sponsored 15 to 20 to find half a dozen that are wanting to build it. It's pretty simple. We're going to plug them into the teamfsi.net system. We're going to be working in depth. And then we're going to take continuous and deliberate action towards your goal, regardless of whether you feel like it or not. That's what we're doing. You do that, the business grows. When the business grows, I guarantee your attitude, your success, all goes through the roof. Your attitude and your belief, it just keeps spiraling up, spiraling up, spiraling up. You know, you could draw this out as one big loop, but it's just easier this way at times. And then if your business does stop growing, then it's time to get in and say, okay, now what's happened? What is the obstacle? Identify it, but then plan to overcome it. Look for the solution, as Jay Bennett was saying, and then focus on the solution to overcome the obstacle so that you can again take continuous and deliberate action towards your goals. By doing this, you'll achieve your ease goal. It might be just one cycle a week, $60 a week, $3,000 a year. Most people, if they got an extra $3,000 a year pay rise in their job, they would be ecstatic. And yet in this business, I think one cycle a week's nothing. All right, a choices goal. What's going to give you some more choices? Well, this guy I was talking to the other day with the caravan, and when I asked him how much would you be looking to make residual income, you wouldn't believe it, but he said $600 a week. And this was after I was having a chat to him, after he'd listened to that Opportunity for You video. I said, funny you should say that. I said, in this 48-minute video that I'm going to send you, it's actually got an example in there showing what you would have to do to make $600 a week, $30,000 a year. I said it'd be the same as having $1 million invested in the bank, right? And then you got your dreams goal. You keep going. You keep going. And as Tanya Kirkpatrick said, it's not hard. She said, the last time I checked, everybody is still buying food. Everybody's still buying food. I just love it. Watch that Tanya Kirkpatrick one again and again and again. Because truly, it is awesome. So anyway, guys, been an absolute pleasure sharing with you again tonight. And we'll just wrap it all up, I think, right? I've had a big day, big weekend, and it's all good.